What is going on, everybody, and welcome to my first ever club tour. Something that a lot of people do, and I thought, you know, team of the season's just finished. My clubs are looking quite nice. I've got 3 different accounts. Well, I've actually got 4. I'll be taking you through 3 of them. The other one is my De Bruyne team of the season series one, so you don't really need to see that one because it's just team of the season De Bruyne and not a lot else. It's too exciting, really. But before we do get into today's tour, it would be fantastic if you would throw a like on the video, subscribe if you're new around here, and comment down below what your club's like, what your favourite players that I have got, any of that kind of good stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. But let's get stuck into it straight away. I'm just going to go over to my club, show you all the players that I've got, and then I'll show you the teams that I'm using at the moment as well, because this is the first account. This is my main account that I've played the most on an Xbox. I've played nearly 1,000 games on this one now. You can't see the record because it's covered up for the, you know, the protection of the account, but I've basically got 608 wins, 36 draws, and 296 sausage. Did I say lossage? Like sausage with a loss? I don't even know what that was, but yeah, 296 losses even. So, if we go into my club, you can see, if we go back actually first, you can see I've got a hell of a lot of players, 1,409. Tevez is the top scorer at the moment in the clubs that I'm using in the team of the season. I'm not managed to fall, but here we go. So, the first page, we have got the Lion Pella that I'm yet to use on this account. We have got the Pink Stooge, which I've used on another account, but not on this one. I don't reckon he's that amazing, to be honest. But then we start moving into the blues. We've got Pastore. He is not a first owner, but most of these are. Azpilicueta's first owner, Maxwell's first owner, Nolito first owner. Farman is bought, but he's actually really rare on the Xbox. He seems to pop up every now and then, so I wouldn't say he's extinct, but he's quite rare. We've got Krojčeviak, which isn't a first owner. We've got first owner Icardi, first owner Klein. We've got first owner Felipe Anderson, first owner Tony, one of my favourite players in the entire game, man of the match Mo Salah. I played a hell of a lot of games with him, 89 games. I don't think that's all my record, to be honest, but still played a hell of a lot with him. We've got Derek, who isn't a first owner, the legend from my MLS League of Legends series. He's a great goalkeeper, and I use him a lot in bronze teams. Then moving into normal players, I'll show you records where I can, but people like Ibra's not first owner, so his record isn't completely mine, if you know what I mean. We've got Schweinsteiger, who I will show you the record of because he's a first owner, and look at that, 237 games this man's played for me. I think he's either my first or second highest appearance maker, because between him and normal Marcelo, it is very close. We've got Van Persie, Falcao, Lewandowski. I'll quickly skim through these because none of these are too exciting. Most of these are first owner, vast majority of them. I'll go all the way to Marcelo just so I can show you his record, and then I'll show you the untradables. So I've got some nice untradables as well, and then we'll move on to the next account after I show you the teams I use as well, the squads. Marcelo, where I haven't missed him, have I? He's in 82 and 83, I legit cannot remember. There he is. He's played 250 games, so 2 or 3 more than Schweinsteiger. Absolute god on this game, really, really like him. Only 2 goals in 250 games, which is kind of crazy, but he's a left back. He's a tank, and if you bear with me a second, I'll take you all the way to untradables, which takes absolutely forever to get to, so I'll be with you in a second. So here you go then, lads, page 74, so a hell of a lot of pages later, and like I say, I've got quite a few nice untradables. We'll start off with the main man. Team of the season, Tevez. Got him in the tournament that I did recently, and look at that record. 28 games, 49 goals and 12 assists. Absolute beast. I've also got an untradable Suarez that I haven't used that much. I mean, I always forget I've got him, to be honest, because he's an untradable. I don't know whether I have to go to the end of the pile because they're untradable. Doesn't make any sense. We've got untradable team of the season. Matic, I've used a fair amount as well. All these untradable blues, by the way, were from like the single player and online tournaments throughout team of the season. If you weren't doing those, what were you doing? Because there were some great cards to report. I mean, we've got Ozil, Boateng, Busquets, team of the season, Schneiderlin, team of the season, Godolons, regular Tevez, Pirlo, all these, like I say, are untradable ones, so there's a nice stack of them here. We're starting to get to the point now where some of these aren't too exciting, so we'll stop looking at those, and I'll show you the current squad that I'm using before we go on to the next account. So, I think I've currently got 3 squads on the go. This is the main one that I'm using. Having a hell of a lot of fun with this one. It's working really, really well. It's a bit of a hybrid between Bundesliga, Ligue 1 and Serie A. We've got the team of the season Tevez up top with Ibra. We've got Alessandrini. I mean, I don't need to go through them all, you know I'm using. You can see it on the screen yourselves. But this keeper, by the way, team of the season Fairman, absolute bloody beast. He's so much better than Neuer. And I'm actually thinking he's on par with Leno, which is a huge compliment. But I have got, you'll see here on the bench, well, in the reserves, Purple Depay and team of the season Willems. I actually want to swap these out for these two, but I didn't want to sell the players until I'd done this team of the season tour, so I'll be doing that after, and this will be the team that I'll be left with afterwards, so hopefully that will be just as successful. Other squads that I'm using, I think we've got another 2. Yeah, we've basically got HUYT, God knows what that stands for. This is obviously something I was trying to make up at the time, but then gave up on. In fact, now these are concept squads, aren't they? That's why we need to go into the proper squads. Here we go, that's more like it. We've got the bronze team that I was using for bronze tournaments. A couple of players missing, but you can get the gist of it. Very much a paced, sweaty bronze team. It did well through the team of the season bronze tournaments that we had. We've got the same kind of thing, but in a silver team, which is this one here again. It's not the greatest team, but it got me through the tournament. And there's a lot of pace up top there with Ings and Diabala. We've got the Benelux team that I was using. I don't think it is Benelux anymore though now. That was another team I was using. Team of the season Tevez in with Salah. Oh, I love these two players on this game. They're so good. And then we're moving into the Tevez team, which is the current one that you've just seen. And then an MLS team. This is the team, I think I did a squad builder on it. The team that I was using for the MLS tournament. I've actually changed it up a little bit now. I went with a little bit more hybridy with some more average players. But you saw the team. I think I had sort of... what's his face? Jones in the centre there, then I had a complete MLS defence at the time, but that's no longer in use. But that's pretty much the main account. Like I said, I played a hell of other games. Pretty much like 99% of any game I've played this year on FIFA has been in this account. And yeah, like I said, that's the man I use for playing. But we're going to leave this one now, jump over to the PlayStation where I've got a couple more accounts and look at those ones. They are some nice accounts as well, some great pack pulls on that one. So I will speak to you in just a second. So then everybody, this is account number 2 and account number 1 of 2 on the PlayStation. My 2 PlayStation accounts are pretty much solely used for opening packs, especially over the team of the season, because the coins were just so much cheaper on the PS, and you know what? Why not take advantage of that? So here we go. There's not too much to show you other than the first 2 pages, but here's the first account. There's some nice players on here again. We've got Lone Neuer, I don't know why he's still there. We've got Lone Sturridge. We've got Team of the season Terry. All these are first owner 100%. Otamendi, Martinez, Lopez, Schneiderlin, Rodriguez, Alex Teixeira. He was the one that I packed and I played the bloody song down the microphone if you remember from that pack opening. We've got Jordan Henderson, we have got Nolito, we've got Balassi, we've got Bellarabi, we've got Fabianski, we've got Klein, we've got Inform and Kalou, Cruiser and Junuzovic, and then we've also got team of the season Al Sommer. Regular player wise, we've got Schweini. We've got Falcao. I mean, you can see here, these are all just the regular kind of players that you get when you open a hell of a lot of packs, like your Di Marias, your Companies, your Courtois, all those kind of players. But there's nothing too exciting in this account. My other one's a lot more stacked and there's a lot better players in that one. But we'll go through another couple of pages. Like I said, it's all the people that you expect really. Perlo, Godin, Eriksson. We've got a couple more like Oscar, Chiellini, Isco. And like I said, these are all the players that you'll be very used to seeing with everybody. But we'll jump over to the next account now. I don't think there's anything at all that's too exciting left on this one. So log into the new account. I shall be back in a second. So here we are then, lads. This is the third and final account that I have, and it's another PlayStation one. Like I say, it's used pretty much exclusively just for packs, but I have played the 2 games on this one that were for the Incredible Hulk thing that I did yesterday. You should have seen that video go up last night at some point. If you didn't, make sure you go and check that out. But this club is probably my most impressive. It's got 1,328 players, and although I don't use it to play, there's just some great pack pulls in here. Again, this is 100% pack pulled, and here you go. As you can see, we've got Sturridge, but then we've got the likes of Team of the season Muller, Team of the season De Bruyne, Team of the season Rodriguez, Team of the season Pogba, Team of the season Fabregas, Naldo, Payet, we've got Bamiyang, we've got Soriano. There are just so many high-rated blues there that are so rare as well, difficult to pack. Wijnaldum, we've got Willems, we've got Marquinhos, we've got however you say that name, Verhagen, I don't know. We've got Inform Savic. Then we get on to the more regular players again, the players that you've probably seen 2 or 3 times today. Falcao, Thiago Silva, David Silva, Rodriguez, Di Maria. I don't know I'm doing that accent, but we've got Kurt, we've got Cavani, but again, now you get the idea. The main page that's impressive is the first one. There's not too much else that's special in this account, but yeah, that's pretty much my club tour. So I've got 3 accounts, like I say. This PlayStation one's a pretty cool one in my opinion, and the first one's nice as well because there's some tidy records in there with the likes of Tevez and Schweinsteiger and Marcelo. But yeah, like I said at the start, if you want to know, what am I talking about? Like I said at the start, comment down below. I'm losing the plot here. Comment down below with your favourite player among all the players that I've shown you today, and perhaps your best pack pull. Let me know your best pack pull players that you've got in your club. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. I will speak to you all tomorrow. Nidge out. What is going on, everybody, and welcome to an extra special episode of the Incredible Hulk Experiments today. And today's episode, I want to say a couple of things before we get into it. Firstly, a big thank you to